Alright, everybody. Welcome to episode 48 of House Heiral. We're playing Crusader Kings 3 with the Game of Thrones mod, the VIET mod, the Abdication mod, and a few other tweaks that I've made personally. I hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. I was just, again, before I was recording today, looking at just the numbers and everything, and really happy that people are enjoying it. I really appreciate the comments people are leaving and people getting invested in the family. That's really awesome, and it also just gives me a lot of inspiration to keep this series going. So definitely appreciate you guys, and I don't want you to ever forget that while you're watching. The first video in this series almost has 1,000 views. I think we're at 850, I want to say, as of the time I'm recording this, which is pretty awesome. And then I think the series is somewhere near, like, I forget the number, but it's several hundred, like, hours of people viewing. And it's just really awesome, guys. So really appreciate y'all. And if you haven't subscribed, uh, and you want to, definitely, I appreciate the subscriptions and everything. Anyway, hopping on into this preview image. Um, as of the last episode, we were kind of debating on what we were going to do next. We still have 2 years before we can attack the Vale, and my intention of getting an alliance with them didn't really work at my wedding. So that's unfortunate, but that happens. It's fine. Um, I have uh, here in the image, we've got several of our champions of our house here, including Rhyll's son Bastion there on the left with our family shield. But in the middle there, you've of course got Ashanora and Rhyll, the rulers of the family. Ashanora just added to the family last episode in a grand wedding, which was awesome. She's very pale right now. She got ill, but her health is still in good shape, it looks like, when I click on her. So um, she got some good treatment, but either she's a vampire or she's ill, right? Just from looking at her. So, hopefully she'll get better soon. We'll keep an eye on her and try to take care of anything that pops up. So, yeah. All right, let's hop on into the game. You guys can see, this is kind of the bulk of our kingdom. In fact, I'll just go ahead and unpause. There's a war here uh, in the northern part of our kingdom. The Umbers are trying to take their ancestral land back, which I think is good. We can't do anything to help. It would be fun to be able to do that. Um, let's see here, Lord Rhyll. We have had our differences in the past, but don't you agree it's time to let bygones be bygones? Wow, be bygones. My rival Alara gestures from me to her. Whatever's between us, let us start anew. So me and her can stop being rivals. Well, that's fine. Yeah, we never really had any ill will toward her. My grandson-in-law. Kill on Aaron. I guess he's my grandson-in-law. uh, yeah, that's fine. Who's he related to? I mean, I know we have Hightower blood, but I don't know. Huh. Okay, he's my cousin, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Sure. And he is not a squire, right? Yeah, so we'll accept that. That's fine. Alrighty. Oh no. My friend Roderick died. That's sad. Alright, so along with that image, what I was thinking about doing to start this episode is doing a grand tour. We've only ever done the sorry, just checking this real quick. We've only ever done the taxation one, but I thought we might just do a regular grand tour. Our kingdom is humongous now, um, so it could be fun to just kind of travel around to our different places. So let's see here. Let me just see what we can do. Activity, grand tournament. Oh, not grand tournament. Sorry, grand tour. Let's plan a grand tour. Let's see here. We could do a Majesty tour. We can do like an intimidation tour or a taxation tour. I mean, the only trouble with this is we already we already have high opinion and high prestige from everyone. Let's just start planning it and see what it looks like. So right now we're gonna plan our tour. So we'll start here, here, and then maybe. Okay, interesting. Maybe go here, here, here. Let's see how that looks on the map. That's not terrible. Just a nice big circle there. I don't think that's missing anybody. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure what this will look like. It's just a bummer because if we don't earn all the money like we do from a taxation tour, then it's really not that much worth it. But think about all the money we could make with this many stops. I'm kind of tempted to do the taxation tour again, guys. Let's do it. Confirm. Alright. So this guy feels... Yeah, so we're doing cultural acceptance. This is kind of fun. I wish you would let me know, if I guess we can't go here because they're at war or something, right? So, okay, well, that's fine. So yeah, we'll do a taxation tour. Continue. There's no dangers. Who's in our entourage? Man, I lose track of family members. We have so many now. She's 15, and she is... Okay, Bastion's daughter. Gotcha. Right, Alma and Kyber. They got a lot of really great names. So that's good. I wish we were bringing our wife, but you know, that's just not how it's going to go. So, is Bastion coming? Probably not, because I think he is our... I think he is our regent, right? So let's see here. Maybe we could do this, and maybe close. Maybe our wife would come at that stage. Kyber. Brittany coming. That's great. I think she burped or farted last episode, and we had to stick up for her. Alright. Oh, Tetra. And she's from one of the main branches. That's cool. So yeah, no matter what, we can't get our wife in. So... Oh yeah, right, Bastion's not coming either. Okay, well, that's fine. Close. I am a just character, so we'll do justice while we're out. And let's see here. I guess we don't need to bring everybody if the wife can't come. We can do something like this. I feel like it used to tell me if it was appropriate or not, but it's not one to tell me. We can do extravagant, luxurious. Cabinets, chairs, and tables will be brought. I guess we could do that. Alright. I don't really know. I don't know. We're not too worried about prestige, you know, and it happens anyway. So yeah, we'll just do that. There's no dangers. So let's go ahead and start the tour. Okay? It'll be fun. I can't wait. Good deal. I've lost stress. So yeah, hopefully we gain just a ton of money. That'd be fun. Oh, interesting. So Driftmark refuses to see me. He's my friend too. Let's see here. Wow, so we show up and he will not open the door. That's never happened. So we'll just say this insult will not be forgotten. So he is now a criminal. Alright, the streets of Blackmark are richly decorated for my arrival, and my vassal, Lord Stefan, dutifully awaits me. Ah, how I yearn to delight myself in the great activities and joys that I'm sure Stefan has prepared, and to lighten their bags from the weight of their gold. Alright, so let's start. Alright. So yeah, um, let's see here. I can pardon him. He is my friend. I think we might imprison him. I kind of want Driftmark. So he might have just lost Driftmark for himself. But yeah, I guess we're doing... Oh, cool. We're doing a cultural festival. Which is great because they're Crownlanders. They don't feel, like they're part of everything. I cannot believe my eyes as Myra starts gesturing towards Lord Stefan, what is considered a highly offensive in Marcher culture. Okay. Lord Stefan of Blackmark shouts and calls Mira explicit names while his men hold him back. It seems like he is not going to calm down on his own. I have to do something to ease the tension, so I do a diplomacy challenge. Yeah, I think we do that. Hold on. This is just a misunderstanding. There we go. I'm approached by Lord Stefan holding a sack of coin. My liege, I'm honored to have you here. Please accept this gift as a commemoration of this cultural festival, something that would remind us of the day for years to come. I gladly grabbed the coins, but it looks like he didn't know what to get me. However, he looks at me with anticipation. I believe he expects a gift and expects me to give something back. Gold, how considerate. Okay. So we'll say this, and we can choose a gift to give him. Alright. So how much did he give me? I'm honored by this gift. However, since I have to give something back, I better think of something appropriate, so I don't look like a fool. I could order someone to fetch me the Heiral segmented armor. Wait a minute. How do we... Did somebody die and give this back to me? I don't remember. Let's see. So this is giving me 2 learning, which is... I mean, I guess we don't need it. We got this for free. It's got 33 years left. I think we'll give him that. I will give him my personal brilliant gemstone. So that's actually a really good gemstone. Let's see. Actually, I think we'll give him this armor. The only thing that stinks is This was I did not create it. I don't think. I think it was created by my grandfather, if I remember right. Um, oh, I have to order it. Right. So that would cost me 75 gold anyway. Um, but it would give him, and he is my captain, it would give him some prowess. If I'm going to lose 75 gold, that would be something to lose it on. I could say no. um, you know what? That's fine. Just as a roleplay thing, I think we would give him the gift back, and we just wrestled this from some other person, so it's not like it's been in the family a long time. I will give him my personal brilliant gemstone. There you go. So let's equip this again. Glad I didn't get rid of my lucky falconry glove. Scheme at court. Someone is trying to kill Sicily. Oh no. I sure hope nobody does that. Alright. Let's see here. So they are losing to the Umbers, so that's good. Oh wait. Hang on. Alright. A group of locals has taken the stage. What seems to be the longest planted sermon I've ever heard. I try to keep my eyes open, but soon enough the piles of hay at the corner of the street look a bit too comfortable and a bit too tempting. I must stay awake. And I can gain some stress, or I can just rest my eyes. And there's a possibility he will notice. You know, we're a diplomatic guy. I think we're going to do this. Give him a little extra popular opinion. That's, good. That's what we're trying to do. So let's see here. I can imprison him. Oh, wonderful. I thank you. Thank you for your gift. Alright, so since he locked us out, we are going to imprison him. We'll just see how that goes. Good. And let's ransom for 50 gold. There you go. Always get my due. Good deal. Alright. I have concluded my royal visitation of Blackmark. Alright, let's see how much gold he has. He has not enough to pay me. So, I make no demands. You're good, my friend. This is new, I think. I don't know what I was expecting when I asked Lord Stefan to host a cultural festival to display the customs of his people, but it wasn't this. I turned my head away from the uncoordinated dance of the poorly trained performers and tried to find some comfort in the meals prepared. Pwah. The chicken is hardly cooked, and the something are completely carbonized. Is this a good representation of the black mark culture? So I can say this is awful, or I could say it's really not that bad. We'll do that. We're here for diplomatic reasons. It's fine. Alright, so I'm headed off to do justice in other people's lands, all the way back up to mine, apparently. That's fine. Alright. Alright, so Alma, can marry. Oh no, my. Yeah, this is the crazy person doing something. He's flattening crops. Okay. Let's see here. Um, so this is my granddaughter. She is of the Dragonstone Heirals, and he is of the Crestside Heirals. Let's see. If we do this, chance of children very high, and there's a chance that they will be inbred. Let's see. It's matrilineal. Oh, that's interesting. There's the Ruthermont Heirals. That's pretty cool. So we're not doing alliance power. Let's do age and look for someone maybe just a little bit older than her. No, that's way too. Oh, there's 20s. Okay, we'll head down from here. Let's see. Veilman. This guy's robust. J for Willows. Living members 1. I mean, he is robust. Eventide, I believe, that is the family of Tarth, right? I probably should do this at a different time. It'd be great to get someone with like a high lordship claim. Yeah, we'll do this in between episodes. Sorry, I don't want to bother you guys too much with that kind of stuff. All right. go. Hook gained. Let's see. He has 0 gold. It's fine. Oh, good. Commander improved. Good deal. Alright, so we have a wolf attacking someone. So this is a tough wolf. Even with my prowess, it's still, you know, pretty high chance I could get wounded. But, you know, our family's pretty renowned at fighting animals. Let's do it. Let's attack. Yeah, there we go. Oh my goodness. We... 1% chance that I die. We'll ask the locals for some help. That's no big deal. Yeah, this is the long stretch of our journey where we're kind of, you know, in between areas that we control. So let's see here. So I can do this and increase my martial. I can say do a learning challenge and increase my martial. I could ask him to join me. Alright. We'll just increase our martial that way. That's great. We're just trucking along. We're almost back. Okay, here we go. So this is the event where we meet a strange old hermit, right? And he's going to tell us our future. So I will ask him. We are superstitious, so I just always do this, you know. Yay, we got good omens. Alright. We have a person who can be inspired. Martial and prowess. And he can do it for 200. We have a decent... We have a decent amount of gold right now. It might be fun to have some really high-end armor. Let me just look at our armor real quick. It's Valyrian. I mean, we have pretty good armor. If we're going to spend money, we should probably get a regalia, right? I wonder if I do this. No. Alright. 200 is a lot. Yeah, we'll just wait. We'll hold off. We have good armor. Oh no, after a long day of travel, the horizon starts to bleed into warm colors. I take a moment to pause, close my eyes, breathe. Careful, my caravan leader, Arbert screams, pointing at the bog beyond the path we follow. What looks like a small rodent is running into the wild, and after it, a brown figure. He's not brown, he's orange. I can easily recognize. So we can do no garbage. Arbert, follow him. Okay. I can say garbage is smarter than all of us. He'll find a way back. I think that's the way to go. Oh, I will personally find him. Or quick, everyone after him. I'll find him. Yeah. My poor garbage. It doesn't take much to track the growling and broken twigs down to their origin. Garbage sits over a leaf litter, licking his brown paws from the blood of his victim. The squirrel's almost unrecognizable right next to him. So there we go. We get adventurous pet. There we go. Gives us a little prowess. Which, I mean, we already have pretty high prowess, so. We're almost to White Harbor, which is exciting. Okay. Let's see here. So he wants this guy. I'll just say we have room enough for both of you. Yeah. Man. All right. We just got a ton of gold. Let's begin. All right. So, so I can just like gorge myself at this feast and possibly get a stomach ache, or I could just say no, I must stop. Um, we don't have a lot of stress, right? And I'm not like unhinged or gluttonous, so yeah, we'll just roll out. I've sit at the dinner table. Oh, nice. Or is that the same one? Anyway, sit at the dinner table. When it finally arrives, I can scarce contain my elation. A pious confection in the shape of a glass candle is slid over to me on an ornate plate. This is so intricately decorated that it is as if Niamhain, it's herself, not his self, had just made it for me. Of course I love it. But the only question is, how could I best show my appreciation? So, yeah, I'll say I remember this. I gain opinion of her. Oh, okay. So this is the daughter of the King of the Reach. At last, Leonette is officially a woman now. I couldn't be prouder to see her stroll confidently into court this morning with all the grace and grandeur I expect of one of my own. It remains to be seen if she will remain in court, but as she approaches me for the usual courtly greeting, I feel as though I'm looking at my own daughter. What an honor it is to see you, Father. It takes a few gasps and murmurs from court for her to even notice her error. Oh, I mean, uncle. So, so yeah, I guess I will say father will do nicely. So she is now my daughter. Interesting. I haven't had anything like that happen before. Father will do nicely. Change in circumstances. While my erstwhile hostage Leonette is now considered a firm part, prior arrangement with King Titus is redundant. All the same, she has gladly decided to remain at my court in Dragonstone for the time being, and she is most welcome. Okay. Let's find her a good husband. Hang on one second. Oh, wait. Let's see here. So that would be 6,000. Let's look at alliance power here. But see, they are under the reach, which is not great. The Iron Islands would be completely... actually, that is really a pretty good deal. This is a Dornish family, I believe. Yeah. The Ironwoods are a good family too, but he is ugly. I don't know if I want to do that to my daughter. Let's see, the Malisters used to be part of our kingdom. Now they're under the Veil. I think we're going to go with the Iron Island Alliance. That's kind of a cool thing. Let's see here. House Greyjoy. That's interesting. And it is matrilineal. He is, let's see here, the second born son. So the firstborn son is not an option. But that's fine. What if we did non-matrilineal? Okay, no. Alright, so we'll do matrilineal. We'll do Heron. And I don't usually like to do with the male younger than the female, but this just seems like it's too good to pass up, and we can get 17,000 additional troops, which would really help us just kind of smash the reach. Or yeah. So yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Good alliance. Wonderful. All right. Really don't have any stress, so. And I already have the favorite songs, so I'll just say thank you. Alright. Alright, let's go back to here. Lady Lenara is hosting me, that's wonderful. Excellent. You know what? Let's just try this. I don't think I've done it before through our court. So let's just see what comes out. If it, maybe we'll get a really good one, you know. We'll see. And if we don't, it's a lesson learned, you know. We always try new things. And sometimes they work out, sometimes they don't. Alright. Oh, okay, he has increased. Oh good, she is all better. Wonderful. Alright. Another evening of merriment draws to a close. I found myself locked in a conversation with Addison, of all people. Before I know it, the room has become silent save for our conversation, and everyone is hanging on my next word. Though a little awkward, I'm sure I can tell a tale everyone here will be delighted by. We can do something tragic or something light. And I wonder why there's a difference there. Since we're the Weeping Coast, of course, we're going to enjoy tragic. Everyone needs to be in tears. Alright. As I emerge from my slumber after yet another peaceful night staying with Lady Lenara, as I regain my conscience, I feel something heavy beside me that wasn't there before. An entire keg of wine rests beside me like a lover, sloshing and creaking in its fullness with each slight motion I make. Alright, so this gift was unexpected. Get it out of my sight. Okay. I am a little concerned for my security, though. As we all know, wine is kind of a mixed bag in a song of ice and fire. Extra clergy tech. Let's see how her money situation is doing. Let's see here. Oh, she has plenty of gold. So, yeah, we'll definitely squeeze every last bit we can. Yeah, this is a really great way to make money. This is really impressive. If you guys remember, we used to be so depressed about how much money we were making early on. But these taxation tours are great. And this is the third one he's done in his life, if I'm remembering right. Alright, let's see here. Life as the Lord brings all manners of magnificent and fanciful food to my plate. Let's see, I want to do something outrageous. Pomegranate cakes, boiled vegetables. So I can do this. I mean, I'm not stressed. I'm not really known for being adventurous. Let's see. Am I known for being adventurous? Not really. Yeah, so we'll just do this. Alright, so I've concluded. Hoo-hoo. Look at that. Time for tribute. Excellent. Wow, that was a massive tribute. That's amazing. We haven't really had an opportunity to dispense justice, you know? We need to be able to do that before this is over. I wish I could make this screen just a little bit smaller. Yeah, so this is the the people are worshiping at the werewood. I think I would join them. We are a sister religion to them, you know. I tried to accomplish that as well as I could. So I'm at Brokenhold, and they are just closing their gate to me. Okay. Well, this is unusual. I mean, I don't know why people are turning us away, but Okay, you don't want to... You don't want to... Alright, let's see here. We arrive in a small village and skim to see quite a commotion in the town square. An unfortunate creature is surrounded by furious villagers. The bleak, hopeless look in his eyes fades and brightens as he notices my procession's approach. My lord, the villagers say my actions have made me a sinner, have made a sinner of me, but it's all lies. Won't you give me the Lord's justice? True, the evidence seems circumstantial, but a lowly peasant should never speak to their lord unprompted. So, this should be good. Yeah, I don't really care about the control level there. And he's a decent enough character. He's got decent prowess. We'll do that. Alright. So my cat just gave me some gold. Alright. The truth of it. We approach a hamlet where a forlorn woman stands, shackled on the gallows, a throng gathering at its foot. Lord, it's the Lord. A peasant stumbles through the crowd, crying, "Please, my wife is innocent. These fiends put their sins at others' feet." They pull him away, wailing, "No, Lara," as he is dragged down the street. The official bows sheepishly. "Sorry, my lord. Ignore him. The woman is guilty. Don't worry about that." So I can do this. Entry. I can say I am here to pardon her and him. Yeah, let's do this. We'll do a trial. I'd like to hear the charges. Inside eludes you. That's fine. Alright, so let's check here. Broken hold. And she just died of old age. Well, that might be why they didn't, why they didn't want us coming in. Alright, let's see here. Oh, look at this. Okay. There we go. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and demand payment. Clear that out. He had half. Let's see how we're doing here. Alright. So here we go. We are doing a tour of the grounds. And this is at the VIET. Man, we are just gaining gold like crazy. Oh, I don't have a regent for this trip. Interesting. Holy moly. Oh, oh no, someone's trying to kill Inara again. This poor Pentoshi lady. We'll do our best to keep her safe. I don't know why people want her dead. She really doesn't have any power or anything. She's a member of our religion. I don't know. Alright, at last I managed to find myself alone in the wilds of province Weepkeep, and my mind wanders to thoughts of my wife, Lady Ashenora. Okay? I cannot deny the province of Weepkeep is a place of true beauty, almost beautiful enough to match my beloved Lady Ashenora of Weeping Coast. I feel compelled to leave a mark here so that all who pass through province of Weepkeep will know my love for her, perhaps carving her name into a exclamation point. Um, yeah, that's fine. It shall be done. During the tour of province of Weepkeep, I'm locked in conversation with my vassal, Lady Noresia, about Callisto's divine plan for humanity. When she is interrupted by one of her courtiers, the man is not allowed to speak for long before being silenced by his liege, but the wisdom he is able to dispense immediately proves he knows far more about the subject than Lady Noresia of the Weep could ever dream of knowing. If Lady Noresia is unwilling to listen to his insight, perhaps he'd be willing to join my court instead. Let's see here. I thought for a second it was going to be her husband. Alright, so he is the son of Lord Ramsay. Lord Ramsay is the son of Lord Theo. Lord Theo. Man, we're going back. Let's see here. So I could say, join me at my court. He is a good steward and a good learner, so he could teach stewardship. I don't know if I want to insult her. Yeah, I mean, we might as well just say one should never speak out of turn. You know, I don't mind having another Heiral at my court, but... Oh, he's her son. He's probably her heir, right? No. No. Okay. Let's see here. So, yeah, one should never speak out of turn. Whatever. She's got 50 gold, too, so we'll keep that in mind. Let's take a peek at how this war is going up here. It looks like he's turned things around. My vassal, Lady Eileen of Old Chamber, accosts me. Well met, my liege. I've heard tell of your patronage of Eric the Armorer. They say he's making a mail worthy of a lord. Please take this and give it to him. I wouldn't want to miss the chance to aid in the creation of a masterpiece. Poor Eileen must have had more money than she knows what to do with. So I can say, how generous. And I can say, oh, I'll make sure he gets it. Yeah, we'll say how generous. That's fine. Thank you. It looks like this war is not going the way I wanted it to. Yeah, he seems to be losing. Uh, let's see here. Well, he has more troops, so maybe he'll turn things around. War's not over yet. We'll see how it goes. All right. I find myself curious to see how the lowlifes in the Weep live, so I pay a visit to an establishment where the locals seem to be growing quite rowdy. One man stands atop a table, commanding the attention of everyone in earshot. What do we even need a lady for anyway? Neresia is the most obnoxious scullion I have ever seen, yet she expects our undying loyalty. The entire building erupts into thumping and applause. Clearly, my lady is not popular in her own home. So I can say, do not speak ill of the lady, have at you. And I can do a prowess challenge. I can do this. Yeah, let's do that. And that's because I'm gallant. Yeah, that's a good match. Win the fight. Good deal. All right. Aho. Look at that. So there they go. They got him. So this is going to flip back over to the Umbers, which is probably good. This is... probably good. Alright, so as Lady Neresia is showing me around the Weep, we come to the military training grounds. All her men-at-arms assembled, and the air is buzzing with anticipation. Neresia cracks a toothy grin. My liege, we've heard so many stories of your great prowess. I would be remiss to pass up the opportunity to show these soldiers what a real sparring session looks like. Would you spar with Arano for the good of the realm? So Arano is not quite there yet. I guess we'll do this. It'll be fun to get out the old spear, you know? Yeah, let's do it. Alright. So, time for the tribute. She's good on the gold. During the tour, I'm locked in a conversation. Oh no. He's at it again. All right. Good deal. So the Umbers have gained control of their land, which is good. And let's just look here. Perfect. All right, Lady Tyrene of Overton. It's fun seeing these distant Heiral families, you know, how much they've grown and stuff. So let's get to it. All right. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. This is the progress on our armor we're working on. Let's see here. My armor, Eric, updates me on his progress, droning on about the limits of hammer and bellows as my mind reels with bold ideas for my mail. Forging may not be my personal forte, but it doesn't mean I can't have a say in how my money is spent. I can say I have a few opinions, which is, I'm good at that. I could say my background gives me some unique insights. So we can do this slightly higher quality, higher quality. We can do a prowess. Your ideas work well. Let's see here. 91 or 94 or 94. And I think this is actually higher. So we'll go with that. Ideas work well. Wonderful. Oh, we're missing a grand tournament. That's a bummer. Scheme at court. Alisane. Alright. I don't really know her. I guess we can throw her in jail. Let's see. Lose 30 opinion of me. Let's just throw her in jail. That's fine. She has no... Let's see here. Negotiate release. Demand conversion. No. My son and heir is plotting against my niece. That's not good. I don't understand. Alright, whatever. You want to be like that? Let's see here. During the tour of Province Castlepain, I'm locked in. Okay. So this is her maester. Oh no. He's 47. I could say join me at my court. We'll just tell him not to speak out of turn. Alrighty. Man, she looks like really muscular or something. Hale, that's what it is. Let's see here. Lady Tyrene and I leisurely stroll the trade port. My vassal points out the many different merchants she has brought to the port and the fine wares that are sold there. While we are engaged in a fruitful conversation about maritime commerce, a child brushes past me and runs in the crowd of shoppers and seamen. At first I consider nothing more than a child who has yet to learn their manners, but I soon realize that my pouch of gold is gone. Say, Tyrene, do something. Or I can say, no one steals from me. Or I can say, this child needs it more than I. Yeah, let's try this. Prowess and intrigue. We should be able to catch this kid. Knock on wood. What happened? Alright. I think I'll just have my gold and be on my way. Like, I would like to keep her, but it doesn't look like I get to keep my gold if I keep her. So whatever. There we go. And we've hit level 4. Yeah, we can't really do anything for her, so she just exists. Let's see here. He wants to make a sculpture. Skill is legendary. To make a sculpture. I guess it would be a sculpture for my courtroom, but I think we're already fine because this armor, one of the armors I get, is going to take the spot here. So we don't need an extra sculpture around. Man, this is really good money. Actually, let's see. That's a good point. We need to... Good deal. Oh. Let's see here. I at last managed to find myself alone in the wild. So we're going to carve this place again. We're going to leave our mark for Lady Ushanor everywhere. It's like Rhyll and plus... so we got R plus U forever. Carved on everything. Everything all along the coast. Alright. So, yeah. It is good to have a backup maester, but it's fine. It's fine. She's got 84 gold, so we're probably going to do the whole tribute thing. Let's see here. Let's increase that to 4. There we go. Oh no. We have people getting in fights. I forgot what I was going to do. Alright. Carving her name again everywhere. Time for tribute. Yeah, we'll do that. She gave in. This guy just needs... Horus, please, be quiet. Stop bothering us. Gee whiz. Alright, well, good to see you, my distant relative. Alright. So here we go. We are visiting House Bolton, which always makes me a little nervous. Alright, let's begin. I'm definitely wearing mail under my armor. Let's see here. Lately, my efforts have fallen flat. My friendship with Lord Raylan is still on shaky ground. It's a mess. However, I've got a brilliant idea. I'll have my captain Eric add a dedication to the masterpiece he is making. The flattered dedicatee will be deeply touched by my generosity and magnificence. Will have no choice but to like me more. So yeah, we could do that. Okay. I like that they have the there we go. Once we get out of this grand tour, we need to attack. Oh no. My friend Lady Beth died. Yeah, after we get finished with this grand tour, we need to attack the Reach and maybe take over Old Town. That'd be pretty cool. That is also a holy site for us. Let's see here. It's another evening, and my stay in Lord Carlin of the Dreadfort's home, and yet another foreign meal is placed in front of me. Let's see here. What I wouldn't give for some food from the capital. Just some candied figs would be fine. I could ask. He might get a hook on me. Or I could say, I'm sure this local food is fine. So we're doing good as far as our health. Looks like old age is not affecting us. It was last episode. Let's see here. Grover. That's fine. Alright, let's see here. My deeds are spoken with reverence and envy the world over. From foreign courts to village taverns, and with that comes the supporters. Today, Everon is ushered in and introduced, representing a small Tantalorn mercenary band from Brachior in Claw Isle. Most Holy Lord, my friends and I hear of wonderful mail being made for you and wish to donate to your armor. It would deeply honor us. We saved for months. That's cool. Okay. So there, everybody's donating to my armor. That's really been an interesting set of events. I'm glad we did it. It's been pretty cool to see. We're about halfway through the new armor. We're gaining bowmen and pikemen at a good pace. Alright. So this is an event that we've seen a few times. Yeah. I don't really know if it's worth chasing after the food thief. Somebody's been stealing pastries. We'll just say sad. Let's see here. It would seem Lord Carlin of the Dreadfort has decided to put on a performance for my amusement this evening. I sit at the feast table eagerly awaiting my entertainment. Before I can respond, a wooden sword is placed in my hand. This is no doubt a performance of the time. My claim. Okay. So basically, we're going to act out the time I attacked him for some land. Okay. Yeah, I guess we can be friends. It's interesting. The Dreadforts have the vampiric skin, you know, but if they're related to Roose Bolton, they should have the pale eyes, which maybe they do. It's kind of hard to see. Here, let's do this. Yeah, I guess he does have like a white tinted eye. That's pretty cool. Okay. Oh dear. Oh. Wow, we are just killing the money thing. We still have a few more stops. Or just one more stop. All right. Let's see here. I guess we'll go down the hatch. Oh, good. I've concluded my royal visit. Let's see here. He has 146 gold. That's fine. Time for tribute. There we go. Alright. So he is honest, paranoid, and gluttonous. Let's see what humble. That might be good. Because it doesn't really damage. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Here we go. So my host, Lord Carlin of the Dreadfort, has brought me out of his home. Okay, so we're in a tavern. And we really like the stuff he's serving here. You've really outdone yourself. Or I could try to just drink until I die. that's fine. Thank you, Carlin. He's doing a great job hosting at 16. That's great. Several peasants gather around me asking for stories from my life. I think back to what I could tell them. And two stories jump to mind. One, when I became friends with Lord Rob of Keystone, is a lovely memory. On the other hand, when I was victorious in Balin's peasant revolt is a more awesome tale, likely to inspire loyalty and fervor. Okay. Let's see here. So yeah, I'm headed to the car hold for our last stop. Good job. Man, Bastion is getting old. Alright. So I receive a worthy welcome of a lord at the gates of Lady Rhea's castle in Carhold. There we go. Let's begin. My pose in this looks a little odd. I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm like, ugh. Alright. Oh, good. Let's see here. I've been enjoying my time here, but I cannot help but notice that I have feasted. Okay. Let's see here. So she has 305 gold. She can pay more in the future. Let's look at her contract. Feudal taxes. Okay. That could actually be really good. She'll get a weak hook on me, though. Which she can just use to lower it again. Alright. Or I can get a hook on her. So I'll let this go. Good deal. And one thing we can do then is do this and do this. And there we go. I give us a little more men. Excellent. Alright. Let's see. As I finish my last meal, I can't help but feel like there is a hole in my stomach where some dessert ought to be. Lady Rhea of Carhold can read my mind, it seems. As before I have even the opportunity to complain, she calls for servants to bring out her special cakes. Nothing but the finest hashish cakes for my lord. He says an absolute mountain of stuff is dropped on my plate. He says, as a mountain is. Let's see here. Sure, why not? Gonna be like tripping on Poppy. Okay. That's fine. Shoe tax. That makes sense. It's cool to see like all these little events popping through. We got a little bit of a trip after this back to Dragonstone, but we're going over the sea, so that's fine. As long as we don't crash or anything. This evening I'm seated next to Lady Rhea's courtier Robert. Besides, so he wants to join me. Basically, I could say, of course, come with me. I could say, I could be a shoulder to cry on. Or I could say, know your place, bastard. There we go. That's fine. I could be a friend. Excellent. Alright. Inspiration. Fickle Philip. I bump into a very grave looking Eric, my armor, hoping that he doesn't bring ill news. Oh, there you are, Melise. I've hit a wall with my work. Nothing major. My ideas have gone to ground as the pressure mounts. He laughs nervously. I just need some inspiration. Mighty Lord, might you have some prior examples I could examine? Alright. Let's see here. So this is Herbalist. Alright. I think we need to do this one so he doesn't die. And hopefully we get higher quality. I don't know what that means, but okay. Man, 71 years old. Might be the longest I've had a character, and he's still in pretty good health. Alright. So, it has been a long, wondrous evening of revelry and merriment. Many a goblet of wine have been shared between me and my good host, Lady Rhea. However, it seems Lady Rhea has been trying to drink more than me, always filling her own goblet a little higher than mine. Is this some sort of implicit challenge? Perhaps I ought to set some stakes here. So, okay, yeah, let's do this. You underestimate my prowess. Oh, okay. Alright, so it looks like we are going to play some chess. The greatest game. Alright. So, Lady Rhea is already waiting to begin our little chess match. Sat waiting with a competitive grimace writ large across her face. We're neck and neck, and neither of us is close to victory. So it seems like she's doing this. Uh, I think just based on her, you're not a difficult foe at all. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to be rude, just being honest. So we'll do a learning. I'll say, I'm unparalleled in the theory of chess. Alright, so naturally my cunning foil of my opponent. I'm in the lead for now. I didn't expect you to be so... Pauses for a moment. Difficult to play. I think she's doing intrigue again. So I guess we'll do learning. It's hard to say. Let's see here. Our match marches on. Rhea continuing a few well-worn traditional tactics. I'm just goofing around with my chess piece. Naturally, so I'm foiling her. I'm beating her handily. Victory's so close I can take it. My opponent doesn't seem to be paying attention to the math at all, instead fixating on the shape of some of the pieces. I believe that this is intrigue again. Right? Is she trying to, like, seduce me or something? So, yeah, let's just try learning. Excellent match. How does it feel to lose? I'd love to play again sometime. Yeah, we'll do that. Good deal. And since we played some chess, I can't do that again. Bummer. It would be fun to do that, but maybe I can demand payment for that hook. Yeah. There we go. So, excellent. Kicking butt, kicking butt. Alright, so we can say it's time for tribute. She definitely has enough. There we go. She gave in. Excellent. Thank you, Lady Rhea. It's been fun. Alright, so now we are headed back home. I'll go ahead and cut this off so we can just kind of watch everything. Alright, let's get some more bowmen and some more pikemen. So this way, we're going to have quite a substantial force. Like I said, when we get to the next episode, I think we will... Yeah, okay, so yeah, White Squall turn to port. We go on. But we lose our sails, so yeah, we'll just make some makeshift sails. No worries. Very high prowess. Let's see here. Oh. I guess we can investigate the wreck. A splendid thing. A sponge on a stick. Okay. That's weird. Gives you a health penalty. Alright, let's see here. This should be in our court. We paid a lot of money for this. So, save it. Alright. Oh, look at this. Illustrious armor, the Heiral mail. Magnificent. Let's see here. My lord, my captain Eric waves me over to a covered armor stand. He's trying hard to keep a professional demeanor, but I can see the fire in his eyes as he tells me his work is done. With the flourish, he rips the fabric covering away, and my eyes grow wide. While the chain links do not offer room for decoration, the masterful work on the riveting sets this piece apart from common mail. Okay. The set includes a Quathi helmet and Aventail. Okay. The lowermost links are made out of decorative gold, lining the whole armor. So that's beautiful, magnificent. Thank you, Eric. Alright, so let's get this sucker on. Okay. Let's reforge this. There we go. Perfect. Let's head to court. Artifact. High Valyrian armor. Wonderful. So we've got most everything in place. That's great. Okay, we're almost home. Oh. That was fun, guys. What a good tour. We gained some good renown. Magnificent liege. Good deal. So let's finish the grand tour. Alright. So we are doing really well, guys. And I think what we need to do, let me just look at the time here. Okay, we're at about 2 hours, so we're going to stop for tonight. But for the next episode, let me just show you this. We have a claim on the High Lordship of Old Town. So this whole area, which is a holy site for us, so yeah, we should definitely take Old Town. And yeah, that will give us the high tower itself, which is just another great thing for us to have. Tons of levies, So tons of tax. Holy moly. I think we need to take it. Look, this guy doesn't even know what he's got. So yeah, so tune in next time, guys, and that is what we're going to do. We're going to take my birthright back, okay? I've got my new mail, everything all set. And yeah, again, guys, I appreciate everyone for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the episode, and we will catch you next time. Thanks.